Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The World Health Organization has urged Europeans to wear face masks during family gatherings at Christmas. It said Europe was at high risk of a new wave of coronavirus infections in the early part of 2021 as transmission of the virus remained high. Countries across the continent have been registering thousands of daily cases and hundreds of deaths. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said the first COVID vaccine would be authorised for use within a week, more than 7 days earlier than expected. Ursula von der Leyen also says a narrow path has now opened up to strike a post-Brexit trade deal with Britain.
The principle of fair competition.
The EU Commission President said the next few days are going to be decisive and the negotiations over how a deal would be enforced are largely being resolved. Officials from the EU and UK have been talking in Brussels as they race to strike a deal before the UK stops following EU trading rules on December the 31st. She has also said that talks over fishing rights are still very difficult. The United Nations has warned that millions of children in Ethiopia's Tigray region have remained out of reach from humanitarian assistance. Despite deals with the Ethiopian government, humanitarian agencies have said that they are being denied access to the region, where government forces have been battling the Tigray People's Liberation Front since November the 4th. Reports have suggested that hundreds have been killed in the conflict and about 50,000 have been forced to flee neighbouring Sudan. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have signed a deal for a Spotify podcast.
Hi guys, I'm Harry.
And I'm Meghan.
They have received an undisclosed sum to produce and host podcasts with the production company Archwell Audio for Spotify. The first episode, described as a holiday special, is due for release during the Christmas period. The news comes after the couple also signed a deal with Netflix to produce a range of programmes for the streaming service. Italy will set up 1,500 circular pop-up vaccine pavilions in squares and town centres around the country. The structures, adorned with a flower graphic meant to symbolise regeneration, are set to be installed in January and will be used to start the mass immunisation of the population with a COVID-19 vaccine. Architect Stefano Boeri has developed the logo and visual aspects of the country's vaccine rollout. A police drug squad in Peru have raided a house dressed as Santa Claus and an elf, detaining a suspected drug dealer. Officers wearing flak jackets under their costumes arrived in an undercover van before breaking into the house, where they discovered a bag that appeared to contain drugs, balaclavas and a gun. The country's police have used disguises during raids for some time and say the method is an effective tactic. A recording has emerged of actor Tom Cruise shouting at workers on the set of Mission Impossible 7 for breaking COVID-19 protocols. The Sun newspaper has published an explicit recording in which Cruise says, "If I see you doing it again, you're gone." The actor can be heard saying, "That's it, no apologies, you can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down." The Sun has reported that Mr. Cruise became enraged after spotting 2 crew members standing together at a computer screen in violation of an on-set rule that requires people to stand 6 feet apart. And finally, a group of sheep, goats and 3 lambs have stormed a city hall in Turkey. The group of animals have been chasing workers in the parking lot and city hall entrance. CCTV footage shows municipality workers running away in terror from the animals. They were eventually brought under control and returned to their owner. The mayor of Nevşehir has returned to visit the day after to pet animals that stormed the hall. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.